Our sporting heroes are usually defined by victories on their game's greatest stage. In golf, the Masters, Wimbledon for tennis, for a skier or a skater, an Olympic gold medal. In stock car racing, it's this place and this race, Daytona and the 500. Will a Gordon, Jarrett, or Earnhardt's legend grow today, or will a new driver join the club of never-forgotten names as Daytona 500 winners? We're 500 miles from finding out. Bill?
Thanks, Alan. Hope you guys have a great day down there on pit road for the Daytona 500. 43 drivers, their final thoughts before they take the green flag in the Great American Race, the #1 race on the NASCAR Nextel Cup circuit. The pace car leads them out of turn 4. It will head for pit road. They will creep toward the green flag. It's our pleasure at NBC to take you to the green flag for the 2006 season. We'll be there for the checkers in Homestead. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Enjoy the Daytona 500 live on NBC.
Oh, we got trouble back there in the middle somewhere. Oh, we've already lost a tire.
We've had tire issues throughout the week. It's from Jeff Green's car. He's trying to get to pit road.
And that's probably, we've seen a lot of the left rear tires doing that this week, BP, so wouldn't be surprised if it was the left rear.
Looks like the right side tires are up, and unbelievably, he was able to get through all those field of cars to get to pit road. And there you see your left rear, Wally.
All right, these guys are finally up to speed. Takes about a lap and a half. Jeff Burton had the advantage here early, and when you're out front like that, you want to run right in the middle. You don't want to be on the bottom or the top. Give either one of those lanes an advantage. So Burton's kind of floating around. The longer he can do that, the longer he can lead.
We're under caution at Daytona. Rookie Martin Truex Jr. has brushed the wall, bringing out the caution on lap 18. Pit road is open. Let's go to Marty.
Well, Bill, Elliott Sadler running third, said his car is just a little bit tight. Tommy Baldwin, his crew chief, came on the radio and said, you know what, that may be the win. Let's not adjust it too much. The 38 car is going to hit pit road, half a round up on the track bar, trying to loosen that car up. 4 tires. Dave?
Leader Jeff Burton onto pit road now. His car was just a little bit tight, wouldn't turn the way he wanted it to, but no changes this time. Alan?
Well, Jeff Gordon feels like if his car can get out in front of the pack, he'll be hard to catch and hard to pass. Here's his pit crew's chance to do it right here, Matt.
A 2004 winner, Dale Earnhardt Jr., already in his pit service completed on the right side. They've already made a wedge and track bar adjustment. The car just a tick on the tight side, and he's away. Will he beat him off pit road? The 38 gets him.
Well, according to the computer, Earnhardt Jr. won the race off of pit road.
I don't know about that.
We'll have to go to the videotape.
We'll have to
Let's go to the video.
When we come back, we'll go to the videotape and sort out the running order here in the 48th annual Daytona 500. The field all pulling up behind the Chevrolet Corvette pace car here at Daytona. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. Field is coming to get the green. Wally, here's what brought out the caution.
Yeah, watch these two guys right here. You got 25 on the bottom. That's Brian Vickers in the 1 car. When Vickers just gets loose coming off of turn 2, you see him saving the car, and I think Martin was just probably reacting to the 25 car slowing down and moved. Here's a good shot from Denny Hamlin's car. Watch right up front. Just got squeezed into the wall, so it's nothing Martin did wrong. He just got squeezed up there.
The 88 of Dale Jarrett, too fast on pit road, starts at the tail end of the longest line. The 27 of Kirk Shelmerdine, over the wall too fast, tail end of the longest line. As we get ready to go green, Coca-Cola reminds you to drink it down, start it up.
So the video has proved that Elliott Sadler did, in fact, win the battle off pit road. In the 38 car, Junior was second, Jeff Gordon third, Jimmy Johnson fourth in the 48.
Can't trust computers, can you? Marty.
Yeah, Elliott's got to deal with his guys that every time they win the race off pit road this year, he owes them dinner. He said, man, okay, great job, guys. I owe you dinner again. I'm going to be broke by the time we leave Daytona. I don't know if I want you to keep doing that or not.
Oh, he does, Marty. Trust me, he does.
You buy a lot of dinners if you win this race.
Yes, you do, including one here in town tonight. Sadler was extremely strong in his qualifying race. Elliott Sadler in the 38 leads. Jeff Gordon in the 24 wants the lead.
Oh, he does. That was a very aggressive move by that 24 car going in turn 3, trying to get up on the back of that 38 and get him a little bit loose, move him up off the bottom, and then he would go under him. Man, what's going on with the 8?
Well, you're wondering whether he got hung out, which he did, but now he's waiting for his unofficial teammate, Tony Stewart, to catch up and see if they can hook up. His spotter, Steve Meal, keeping him abreast of just the closing rate of the cars behind.
And Gordon moved that 38 car up off the bottom, takes the lead. Elliott Sadler goes back to the 4th position.
Comes that outside line. There's Jamie McMurray in the 26, and he's got a lot of help.
And again, it's a challenge to make that outside line go.
But it's pretty even right now. You know, it's not like there's a lot more cars on the bottom. So it'd be interesting to see. Now the field is kind of split right here in this half to see if that high line will go now that it's fairly even with the cars in the high line and low line.
Matt Kenseth jumped in front of his teammate in the 26, Matt in the 17. Marty.
Hey guys, remember we were talking earlier that the bottom line was actually seemingly to be the faster line all week long. Jamie McMurray told me before the race he's fairly committed to that top line. He said at the end of the Busch Series race yesterday, he felt like that was the line to be in. That was the line that was going to move and produce the winner. So he said, I'm going to stay up high as long as I can today.
Well, see, now the high line's got more cars in it than the bottom line. It's just like we talked about in our Home Depot virtual garage. The more cars lined up, the faster. Now we're seeing that outside line pretty fast.
And I tell you what, Matt Kenseth, the 17 car, very, very impressive move up in turn 3. Jeff Gordon, 24, moved up to block him. He just turned under him, brought the 8 car with him, takes the lead.
Now we'll get some bump drafting going on right here. Earnhardt on the bumper of the 17 Matt Kenseth, pushes him down the racetrack, and the 24 is going to lose some spots.
Matt?
Bill, that's exactly what Steve Meal just told Junior. He says, man, they are blocking already.
I mean, after all, it's the end of the race. Well, I'm sorry. Only 174 more laps to go.
26 of McMurray, the 24 of Gordon, chasing the 20 of Tony Stewart, Allen.
Yeah, Bill, there's, I don't think much disputing the fact that Tony Stewart has been the dominant driver on this speedway lately. He dominated this race a year ago, didn't win, but he led over half of it. He dominated the race here last July. Tony Stewart trying to get to the front and maybe dominate today. Marty?
Well, Matt Kenseth was trying to hang on the lead, but with no drafting partners, he's going to go back pretty quick and try and squeeze his way in line. He told me he didn't know what to expect from this car. He said we were really good when it was hot and sunny. Obviously today, very cool and cloudy, and Tony Stewart about loses it, guys.
And McMurray jumps up on the outside trying to help his teammate. That 26 car and the 17, they are teammates out of the Jack Roush stable. And I didn't see the 20 car get sideways, but obviously he has fallen back from the 8. Let's watch as these cars come off turn 2. Ever see Tony Stewart?
Yeah,
oh, boy, did he ever. Oh, what a great job by Tony.
Here's another look.
Looks like he just got close to the 17. When you're that close to another car on the high side going through the corner, you will lose the downforce on the rear of your car. It actually feels like somebody's jacking up the rear of the car in the corner, and it just feels like you're on ice, and that's exactly what happened to Tony Stewart.
Now they forced the 20 car, Tony Stewart, up high off the bottom, and he does not particularly like it up there. He is a bottom feeder, loves the bottom of the racetrack, and he goes for the lead.
With Jamie McMurray pushing him.
A lap and a half after he almost crashes, he has the lead.
Tony Stewart has had many heartbreaking moments here at Daytona. He won the July race here, but has never won the Daytona 500. Today is his chance to add that to his resume to go along with his win last year at the Brickyard 400.
Racers use 2 words, tight and loose, to describe the way their car handles. Tight means the front end's not gripping. Loose means the back end's not gripping. Most expected a tight race car today. Jeff Gordon just called in, said his car's beginning to get loose.
the
Kyle
pace
Petty.
back there.
No.
Jeremy
Mayfield in the 19 car.
looks like he made contact with somebody.
Yes, there's another car that's slow around here someplace. Is it Greg Biffle right behind him?
No?
Biffle's trying to get around. Mayfield's trying to get to pit road. He's clearly had contact with another car. Matt?
And they're asking Biffle, did he bounce off the wall or off another car? Biffle thinks he does have a tire going down, but he has been bitten by that in the past when he thought he either had a tire going down or a loose wheel and then didn't. He's right now trying to feel it out.
Well, I don't think they made contact with the 19. We'll see if we can see what happened with Jeremy Mayfield. Way up high, and he's got that Mike Wallace did the same exact thing that Vickers did to Martin Truex. He came off of 2 loose, and he squeezed right in front of or up into Jeremy Mayfield. And then Mayfield came down and hit
and did get
the 16 car, yeah.
Under caution here at Daytona. The caution flag just came out moments ago. Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart have both been in the wall.
You know what? First, here's the pass lead. You see McMurray going down on the bottom of Tony Stewart. Okay, now Stewart slides up the racetrack like he almost got loose. Gordon goes to the inside. Now Gordon's going to slide up in front of Tony Stewart. What I don't understand is why he actually almost ran or squeezed Stewart in, which we've seen in turn 2 a lot.
We've seen that happen. This is the 3rd time we've seen it happen today. And you mentioned the wind. When that wind blows around that corner, it's very difficult to turn that car back into the wind.
Now Stewart didn't give Gordon any room on this deal. I mean, Stewart looks like he could have checked up a little bit and give the 24 room, and they both probably would have got through that corner without running into the wall. But that didn't happen, and now they both have damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bill, meantime, out of that scrum, McMurray winds up being the leader, and they're already thinking championship. They told him you have your 5 bonus points. Car a little bit tight for Jamie. They're going to put a pound in the right rear tire. Alan?
Steve Letarte, the crew chief for Jeff Gordon, has put a helmet on. That's him standing upright with the arm up to the radio headset by the right rear tire. He's looking on to try and assess what the damage is. See him walking to the front, making a walk around on the car. He's making calls to his team about what they'll need to fix, Matt.
The 26 already down and away, as well as the 12 of Newman. Newman's car, a tick on the tight side. He will win the battle off pit road. They made a chassis adjustment. Hit pit road in 3rd. AB, what about Stewart?
Yeah, Tony Stewart, his team's got some damage there to repair as well. They were trying to get a good rundown from Tony about what the problems were on the car. You see the crew still working around the right rear fender to get that clear of the tire and make sure that's not cutting into that Goodyear when Tony's out there at top speed. They also want to check the suspension and make sure it's all still square. Tony says the steering was pretty square coming in, which is good. That means they perhaps didn't damage the right front suspension very much.
It's difficult to even see the backstretch from our broadcast location. Having trouble with our helicopter as well to keep it up above the minimum ceiling. And Matt, there's even a little mist in the air maybe?
That's what Dale Earnhardt Jr. says. He said, man, it is misting out here. Besides that, they're also battling a breeze kind of in the turn 2 area. Bobby Labonte reported on that as well, playing havoc for some of the drivers off turn 2.
Martin Truex Jr. was the lucky dog under the previous caution. He currently runs in the 38th position. That means he gets 1 lap back. It is an award to the first car not on the lead lap when the caution comes out because the field is frozen.
Check this outside line. Matt Kenseth, the 17 car, is as strong as anyone we've seen out there today.
Right now, Kurt Busch trying to push Ryan Newman further in front. Jimmy Johnson in the 48.
You know, those guys seem to be content to run in line, but as soon as they got rid of Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, everyone wants to lead again.
I think that's when the race might have started, Benny, because 2 of the favorites are back in the back of the pack, and the 8 really hasn't been as strong as a lot of guys thought.
All these guys started licking their chops all of a sudden because they said, well, we got 2 of the strongest cars have just had trouble. What's Tony saying about the 20 there, AB?
I just talked to Greg Zipadelli, Wally, crew chief for Tony Stewart. He said they got all the right side sheet metal. The steering wheel appears to be straight, but they hadn't gotten the opportunity to check the toe-in on the car. They think they're in decent shape, except for the aerodynamics. They did poke a hole in the nose of the machine that they'll have to patch if they get another caution. And you know how important those front front bumpers are, Wally, for aero and handling purposes.
Yeah, and a driver, once you bump these cars and it knocks the toe off, you can feel that as a driver. You can feel the steering wheel. You've got the steering wheel straight when you're going down the straightaway. Once you run into somebody or somebody runs into you, all of a sudden you're holding the steering wheel at a different angle to keep the car going straight. So you know you bent something or knocked something out of whack. That can be fixed if you haven't bent it too much during a pit stop under caution and not lose a lap here at Daytona.
Dave, a couple of Penske cars up front.
And Bill, you talked about two good cars not being contenders right now. Kurt Busch said this on the radio during the caution. Hey, we've got two good guys out. Everyone out here is going to turn into cannibals. Brickhouse, that's his spotter. He said, Brickhouse, we got to be smooth. Watch out for me.
I tell you what, that mist seems to be getting more than mist.
Be quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Did BP say something?
I didn't hear him.
I didn't hear him
Is he
either.
even in the room? Marty?
Well, Matt Kenseth trying to make that outside line work. Kyle Busch pushing him, and you guys mentioned Matt doing awfully well up there as he goes into the lead. His car actually, believe it or not, guys, was loose on that last run. First car I've heard loose on pit road. Half pound out of the right rear tire, 3/4 of a round of wedge in the right rear, and obviously they got it right, didn't they?
Yeah, if you can have the car a little bit loose or just on the other side a little loose and just take a little bit of that out, conditions are perfect for that kind of a setup right now. He's got the 5 car behind him. Got to be careful Kyle doesn't get too close to the bumper of Matt Kenseth in the 17 car in the corners, because if Matt is a little bit loose, that's just going to make the problem 10 times worse in the corners. So it's okay if Kyle goes up and hits him in the bumper on the straightaways, just wants to give him a little room in the corners.
Matt Kenseth out in front in the Daytona 500. Troubles for the 20 of Tony Stewart and the 24 of Jeff Gordon, but a long way to go.
Oh.
A multi-car crash has just occurred in turn 3. Kyle Petty is involved. J.J. Yaley in the 18. That's Carl Edwards in the 99.
Someone spun going in turn 3 and backed across the racetrack in front of all these cars and left them no place to go. Might have been Kyle. I'm not sure exactly who it was.
Here are the replays. We're under caution at Daytona.
No tire on that left rear, BP, the 45 car. Let's see. There's Jeff. Oh, wow.
Jeff Green breaks loose through the grass, then up the track.
Kind of a strange crash, really.
Joe
Watch
Nemechek.
Edwards. Almost, I mean, right in the door.
Looked like Schrader did a good job getting around it in the 21.
And left those guys with absolutely no place to go. And we see what happened to the left rear of the 45. The 99 car just knocked off the tire and the quarter panel of the left rear.
Hard impact there. Carl Edwards into Kyle Petty.
Not sure why Jeff Green lost it there going into the corner. It's kind of it looked a little bit strange, BP. I couldn't put my finger on why he lost it before he even got to the corner.
Yeah, I think we probably need to back up just a little bit and see if we can have some idea what happened. I'm not sure exactly. I'm like you. Didn't look right.
And Dave Burns had just told us Carl Edwards was running back there because he wasn't very happy with the way his car was handling, wouldn't turn.
It won't turn now.
Won't go.
Oh, well, we'll go to Fontana, but that's very frustrating.
Some heavy right front damage on the 99 car, and doubtful they will get back in, but they are certainly going to effort doing so.
That was a class act on his part to apologize. Saying, look, I could have slowed down a little bit quicker, so maybe next time he will.
Kevin Harvick grabbed the lead. J.J. Yaley in the 18 car treated and released from the infield care center. You wouldn't expect anything but that from Carl.
No, really.
Although he was frustrated, I believe, in the Bud shootout.
Not at a fellow driver, but
yes.
Oh, well, here we go. Junior's going for the lead. He goes by Kenseth, goes into second, goes for the lead, moves up the racetrack.
Wow.
Oh, Nemechek, that 0-1 car right in his way.
And that was nice of Kevin Harvick to give Junior the room. He didn't have to do that either.
But nobody's going to give him any back.
He's going to pay for it.
He's going to lose about maybe 7 or 8, 9 spots here. And you can imagine how the fans feel. Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in front in Daytona.
Now, have they adjusted the chassis properly on this 8 car that he's able to stay in front?
It seems like they're gaining on it, BP. It seems like he's really good at after a pit stop, then the car fades, but it went longer this last time. So it seems like that they are catching up with it. Is that right, Matt?
Wally, that's exactly what Junior said under the last caution. He felt like they've really made a lot of gains on that red number 8. On the tight condition, slowly getting it where he wants it to be. In fact, Steve Neal, when you saw him make that great move down in 3 and 4, said, boys, that's another one for the highlight film. Junior back out front.
Hey, Matt, this weather has to be a curveball for these guys. It was 80 degrees and sunny for that final practice.
Absolutely. Bobby Labonte said it earlier that the car was just way too tight due to the weather conditions, but he has dialed his race car in, running in the 10th position. But Steve Neal also said, you know, those days at Pocono in the morning when the fog is out and it's a little too early to get out on the racetrack, I feel like we're at Pocono because it is foggy.
It does look like Pocono.
And it doesn't feel like Florida, does it? Tony Stewart trying to work his way back up through the field. Let's check in the garage and update on Kyle Petty.
And Bill, the left side of Kyle Petty's car is just simply gone. Carl Edwards said that was his fault, and he apologized to you, Kyle. What was your take on it?
No, I don't think it was Carl's fault. Carl and I got together, obviously, after somebody just run all over poor Jeff Green. He's just out there minding his own business and gets run over. And then it's a typical Daytona, Talladega type wreck where the wreck's happening up in front, but you get run over from behind. And that's the way it is. You think you got it dodged. Just a bad day for the Wells Fargo Dodge today, you know what I mean? So, hey, the first of many. We got a lot more races to go.
Kyle told me, he said, I'm an eye full of that 99 car. That's all I know.
That whole Petty Enterprises group, as we talked about in the Through the Field, is really fired up about this season.
And he said that someone ran over Jeff Green. Well, Jeff Green was his driver last year. He's no longer in the 43, but Kyle felt sorry for him.
Petty Enterprises has Kyle's car, the 45 and the 43, driven this year by Bobby Labonte. Up front, Kurt Busch is trying to push Matt Kenseth past Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Doing a pretty good job of it, too. Junior needs Jimmy Johnson, that 48 car, to get right up on his bumper in order to help him. There's too much gap in between those two cars, so they need to run tighter on the bottom in order to hang on to lead. Oh, we go 3 wide there. Bobby Labonte in the 43 ducks underneath the M&M car of Elliott Sadler and takes that spot, takes Tony Stewart with him.
Looks like they're all coming down pit road. Marty?
Well, Matt Kenseth said, Robbie Reiser, you're the crew chief. You're making the decision on this one. I'm not going to. The leader hits pit road. It'll be 2 tires only. Right side for Matt. Said the car was a little tight on that run, but he was not unhappy with it. Dave?
Crew chief, I'm thinking about no tires, fuel only, or 2. Kurt Busch, I'm all about 2. No changes to the chassis. 2 right side tires. Alan?
Jimmy Johnson made the call from the car. 2 tires. He's gone. Matt?
They're making a chassis adjustment for Junior. Let's see if he does too. They drop the jacket. He is away. AB, what about the 20?
Tony Stewart's team getting 4 tires on their stop. We'll go back and double check for sure. Wow. But Stewart heading out onto the racetrack.
That
about
was
6th in line.
Great pit stop from Tony Stewart's team if he took 4.
There's 1 car stalled on pit road. Matt Kenseth had to go through the grass to avoid contact on pit road.
Now there's a battle for the lead.
And there's a battle for the top 20.
Exactly, and a battle for 20th at the same time.
Top 16 cars, 9/10 of a second apart.
Stewart really bump drafting the 6 car right now.
Just a moment ago, Tony Stewart in the 20 and Jimmy Johnson 40 almost making contact, and again. Wow.
That's just, I don't know what Jimmy Johnson did, but Stewart was angry with him. I mean, when you drive up on somebody like that, they've made you mad a lap or 2 before.
Is he taking it out on his teammate?
I don't think he would do that.
Okay.
I think it's something that probably he thought Jimmy Johnson did.
The competition had gained on them in their restrictor plate program. He rearranged a few of the talented people in that department over the offseason. Bob Burham, who was building engines for Truex, came back and headed up the plate program. Even Richie got in their engine room over the winter and helped out. They feel like they've made some gains. They really feel like you'll see that at Talladega in a few months. Junior's out front, says the car just not as good out front as he loses the lead 3 wide.
Wow, Martin had a run of the century coming off of turn 4, probably because Tony Stewart gave him a bump. But did you see him shoot through that pack?
Did I ever? It looks like he's 20 miles per hour faster than the competition. Obviously, that's not the case, but it looked that way.
Mark does not particularly care for this restrictor plate type of racing, but right now he's in his favorite spot.
In front.
Yes, sir, Matt.
And you saw how fast that 3-wide pass developed. Junior said, wow, that just came out of nowhere.
And you have to be careful because that yellow line at the bottom of the track is out of bounds. You cannot go down below that yellow line around this racetrack to make a pass.
How bad is it, Matt?
Matt Kenseth is in the wall.
But it's not good.
And I don't know how badly he has back in the fence.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage here in the left front, BP.
I see some damage on the left front.
You got any tires down right now?
Matt Kenseth talking to his crew chief, Robbie Reiser, wants to know if he can come get tires.
I can't tell if they're flat or not.
And Robbie wants to know if the tires are flat. If they are, he's going to have to come toward the two-pit road because those flat tires will tear the sheet metal off.
Pit road is closed, so if he pits early, there's a penalty. He has to start at the rear of the field.
Let's see if we can check what happened. There's Tony. Wow, man, well, it doesn't get more blatant than that.
And look at this, up across the track. And a lot of guys with some heads-up driving.
A lot of cars missed this wreck.
Oh, my goodness. Bobby Labonte getting by on the inside. We saw Mike Wallace go by on the outside. Dale Jarrett back in the 88.
Here's the first angle again. Watch the 20. 17's on the right-hand side.
You know, for a guy that was talking about over-aggressive driving, which was Tony Stewart earlier this week, I don't understand what his situation was there.
Talked about it on the Bank of America countdown to green.
Unless he thought he had cleared Kenseth. You know,
that's a long way to drive down a race track to see if you think if you cleared somebody.
Thanks, Dave. Pit road is open. Mark Martin leads the way. Snyder.
Well, Mark Martin in second place hits pit road. Bill very happy with the car. They're going to take 4 tires. There'll be no chassis changes on this stop for Mark. He liked it out front. That's where he wants to keep it. Dave?
And the 5 car of Kyle Busch, after wondering whether or not he had been the cause, they told him, Kyle, don't worry about things like that. Slight adjustment to his car to make it more drivable. Alan?
Tony Stewart going to get 4 tires and a minor chassis adjustment to help the handling of his car. He has said nothing on the radio that I've heard about the incident, just about his car's handling. Matt?
Tony Jr. continuing on with the same adjustments he made the last couple of stops. A close battle off pit road with a 16 and the 6. They made a big air pressure adjustment again to try to free him up. Alan?
Jimmy Johnson on and off pit road, getting service from his crew. We'll check the adjustments they might have made here in just a second.
And then we see Biffle gain 16 spots. That means he changed 2 tires. The competition changed 4.
NASCAR has sent the 20 to the end of the longest line for aggressive driving.
Yeah, you don't drive all the way across the racetrack like that unless you're after somebody. So NASCAR made a call, aggressive driving. It's just, it seems a little bit ironic that this is the driver that started all that after the Bud shootout about guys being too aggressive and causing problems.
And we see Tony going down pit road, and he's been followed by Matt Kenseth.
He's probably going to, thought he was going to tap him. He didn't.
He thought he was going to.
He wanted
and then
to.
Robbie Reiser talked him out of it.
No.
His crew chief, Robbie Reiser, talked Matt out of doing what he was thinking about doing.
Now, as good as his car is with the 20 car right now, I mean, he'll get his way back up to the front. But we'll see how good the 17 is.
Marty?
As you can imagine, Matt Kenseth is extremely upset. He said, I had a winning race car. There was no reason for him to do that. He felt the NASCAR's penalty was not strong enough. They're concerned about the left front valence on this car. They want to clear it from the left front tire to make sure it won't rub. Alan?
Tony Stewart has come down pit road for repairs to his car. They're checking around that right rear bodywork, being sure of their tire clearance. They've also put a big patch on the left rear where there's some fender damage there as well. And they'll send Tony back out here with those repairs affected to his car.
Thank you, Alan. How emotional is Tony Stewart? This is his onboard camera. A few 2 minutes ago.
He evidently looked up and saw that he was on camera on the big screens around the racetrack and said, move the camera. Now we're going to leave pit road.
And NASCAR Race Control a moment ago told both these drivers, Matt Kenseth in the 17 and Tony Stewart in the 20, to settle down.
Well, you know, Kenseth should be hot. He's got a race car that's probably not capable of winning the Daytona 500 now because of that.
Black flag 17. Matt Kenseth will have to come to pit road.
And they're going to throw the green flag.
This is them coming off of pit road after they had been warned to settle down.
Well, when you leave pit road, you can't go above the yellow line. And he was, in his eagerness to get to the 20 car, went above the yellow line.
The green flag is out, so we'll see what Matt does.
Well, I mean, Matt will come in, but he pretty much knows that his day's over. He doesn't have a shot at winning this race any longer.
Robbie Reiser might be more angry with Matt now than he is with Tony Stewart. Because you saw how Stewart's car came back from its contact. It's a pass-through penalty for the 17.
There's Michael Waltrip and the Napa car right there, side by side of the 5 car. That's the first time we've really talked about Michael. Gets around this place very good.
Robbie Reiser is hot.
He's furious.
Matt, we got to settle down out there and just ride in line. They're going to get you with a pass-through here.
Junior leads.
Oh.
Yep.
Moves out, gets a push from Mark Martin, and is trying to go by the 8th car of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
The 6 of Martin and the 16 of Biffle are teammates from Roush Racing. Biffle has a win here at Daytona in the July race.
You got to come down for a pass-through. You got to come down for a pass-through.
I can't.
What, Robbie? All I did was put my hand up and I took off. I haven't done nothing wrong. I didn't run into anybody. I didn't do anything.
NASCAR doesn't agree with that.
I don't think he can go above that yellow line when he leaves the pits.
You asking for clarification, and then I'll be right there because I'd like to know what I did wrong first. And then you were screwing around with the 20, and that's why you're making us do this. Well, next to him, put my hand up to him like, why did you do that? That's all I did.
Well, he pulled up next to him and passed him. They had already warned those guys, Benny.
We're going to have to come down.
I thought that it was for going.
I just wanted a clarification of what it was for to make sure I was right.
Junior going for the lead. Jimmy Johnson going to help him.
I'm a little surprised Biffle hung Mark out. Mark helped Biffle get the lead, and Biffle just hung Mark out to dry on the outside. Now Mark's on the inside. Probably won't forget that later on in the race.
Earnhardt Jr.
I'll tell you what, back in that 1 car, Martin Truex Jr., another impressive run today. We saw him brush the wall off turn 2 very early in the race.
Matt Kenseth, the pit road to serve his pass-through penalty. Means he has to make a lap down pit road, does not have to stop.
At 55 miles per hour.
And these guys are going how fast?
185.
Whoa, Junior down below that yellow line, but
Kyle
looked
Busch
like he may have been forced down there.
Up high. And takes the lead.
Getting strung out a little bit here. Gonna close back up in no time, though.
Now, if you think Matt Kenseth and Robbie Reiser were mad a few seconds ago, they ran a lap that they are not going to be scored for because Matt did not answer the black flag.
Oh, boy.
Really?
So this is now for Matt Kenseth, the Daytona 500 in 2.5. Tony is following Matt Kenseth.
And I'll tell you, Matt Kenseth knows exactly where Tony Stewart is on this racetrack right now.
And here are his thoughts on Tony after the last caution came out.
20 wrecked me, guys. The 20 wrecked me plain as day. Okay, so let me get this straight. I had a winning car, and I'm going to run like something, and they put him to a rear at a track he could draft. You think maybe they could put him a clamp down or something?
Caution flag is out. Waiting to find out why.
see Robbie Gordon.
Yeah, we got Robbie Gordon's got a tire coming off. You know, I saw Robbie get real high in turn 2 about a lap ago, and I believe he hit the wall coming off of 2.
Yeah, we see damage on the right side of this automobile.
Robbie Gordon missed the Daytona 500 a year ago.
Let's see, where's he at?
Right up there on the right.
Okay, yeah, very high. See him, Robbie's way up there, maybe even losing a tire at this point.
And all these cars see that slower car and go to the inside and somehow miss him.
How many has Bobby Labonte missed today in that 43 car? There's another one that's right in front of him. Sterling Marlin in the 14. Rookie Clint Boyer in that 07. Robbie Gordon on pit road for repairs. 124 laps are complete. Jimmy Johnson leads Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers, Jamie McMurray, and Jeff Burton, the pole sitter, has worked his way up to the 5th spot. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 6th.
Okay, we'll see another feeding frenzy on pit road, I'm sure.
Marty, you go first.
Well, Jamie McMurray is in 4th, and he told his crew chief, Jimmy Finning, this car is loose, but it's fast like this. I want to leave it alone. Let's put 4 tires on it, make no chassis changes. Finning said, okay, we'll do this for 1 run, but we may change it later. Dave?
Earlier, Kyle Busch had been saying right there in the middle of the 5 car that you've gotten me looser, but I need more, need more. This time, no changes scheduled. I think they found it, Alan.
Jimmy Johnson, top left of the frame in the 48 car. Watch for a wrench to go in the left rear window, make an adjustment. They'll change 4 tires and send him out.
Dale Jr. said to keep going in the same direction we've done the last few stops as Mark Martin already goes by completing his service. He's still tight, but getting better. AB?
A 4-tire change for Tony Stewart in the 20 car, not looking for any adjustments there, trying to get him up a little farther with some pit stop work, but it doesn't look like it worked out that well this time.
Oh, he takes a jack.
Yeah, he took some equipment with him.
Looked like Tony was a little bit too close to the wall. Uh-oh, did Jeff Chandler get banged with that jack? Looks like maybe he did. I'm impressed with folks that can lose weight.
No kidding, you and me both.
All right, here we go.
Let you said it.
I had to do it before you got in there. Corvette pace car to pit road. Mark Martin with a 2-tire stop leads. And I'm really surprised that Mark and Pat Trice and his crew chief decided to take 2 as well as that car seemed to be handling. And he was running in that lead pack. See how it works out for him. 60 laps to go, and they have been side by side here at Daytona, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. finally breaks in front of Mark Martin. Take a look at our DLT lap leaders. 24 lead changes among 16 drivers. The 16 drivers, a track record. Matt Kenseth has led the most laps, but that won't be happening anymore. He's 2 laps down after an incident with Tony Stewart and then a penalty for not listening to NASCAR and being a nice boy.
I tell you what, I was impressed with the job that Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8 car did, using the 25 car of Brian Vickers to get by Mark Martin. He moved out, helped, tried to get him up closer to him. When he got there, moved up, and they drafted by.
And what do you think about the 2 tires? You think that's having an effect on Mark's car?
Well, it will now. From now on, it will. I mean, in the first 10 laps, 15 laps, it really won't. But you know, the BP, the thing about it is, guys like Junior and these guys, you got to always be looking in the mirror. You got to be looking for that guy that's coming at you to make a pass that's got a lot of momentum. You want to drive in front of him, because if you can drive in front of him and get that push, that's going to win you this race.
And not too far back in this pack, you'll find the 24 car, Jeff Gordon. So he's among the leaders. Let's take you through the field. Dave Burns.
And Bill, one of the most important people on a team is the spotter for these drivers. He's the eye in the sky that helps him make those daring moves at the end of this race. Well, Brian Spotter is new to him this year, but he's a veteran spotter. His name is Chuck Joyce, and he's a family friend from years back when they used to go on vacation together. Brian said, I trust him, but we haven't worked together a lot. We'll see how well they work together at the end of the 500. Matt?
Almost 3 wide, Dave, at the front with Junior on the bottom, Johnson in the middle, and the 25 up high. Now, it's not surprising that Junior pulled in front of the 6. That was one of the conversations they talked about. Now Junior dives up high, says the car a little on the tight side, trying to maybe throw a block on the 5. Can't do it, AB.
Jimmy Johnson's team continues to work at this car. Little bits and pieces of adjustments on every pit stop. Still, Johnson struggling with front-end grip on the car, even when he's out in front and getting all the airflow over the nose of the machine. Dave?
This is what it comes down to. You do not want to make a mistake in the pits, or it will cost you a shot at winning this race.
Every second that you lose in the pits, you get it on pit road, off pit road, is 300 feet, 100 yards. Oh, caution, Frank.
Debris on the front stretch. Caution out with 46 to go.
And they cannot make it on this stop. They've got to stop again after this pit stop.
Kurt might have pulled up there to give a hand signal to Jimmy Johnson. Here's how they were racing a minute ago. Kurt Busch in the 2.
And see, all Jimmy Johnson, like I said, he was looking in the mirror. He saw Kurt Busch make a move, so he went to put the block. Okay, so when he went to put the block on, actually 2 blocks right there.
Yeah, he blocked on it, tried to block on the outside, then the inside.
And Kurt Busch knew he couldn't go past that line, so they made a little contact, but he realized he did, and he gave the spot back. And he's probably not real happy with the move that Jimmy Johnson made, but that is part of this racing.
45 laps to go. Pit road is open. We're under caution. Brian Vickers will lead the field into what could be the final stops of the day. Marty.
And Bill, a developing story for the man in 4th place, Jamie McMurray. He told the crew under caution, the water pressure is at 0 in the car. I'm concerned about that. Chassis-wise, he's a little loose, and he says fast. Dave?
The back end of Brian Vickers' car wants to swap around. When he goes into the corner, they made a slight chassis adjustment for fresh tires to try to help him. Alan.
Front tire carrier Art Simmons stuck a piece of tape as part of the grill opening on Jimmy Johnson's car on his way around the car, trying to help the front end turn a little bit better. Matt?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. told his team, take a look at the front. I might have hit something. The car just feels a little different as Bill Elliott's away. They've already made the track bar adjustment to try to free him up more, Alan.
Air pressure and track bar adjustments for Tony Stewart as his crew tries to help his car's handling to see if he can get back toward the front.
Thanks, guys. Benny, these guys cannot make it from here, but if it stays green, we probably wouldn't see another 4-tire stop, would you think?
Probably fuel only, 2 right side tires, makes the cars vibrate.
Here you go. We go, whoa! Go to the grass. And there's a lot of tracks you can't do that. There's a lot of tracks. There's a pit wall in between pit lane and the racetrack.
Won 4 titles with Dale Earnhardt in 41 races.
All right. Scraggly there on that restart. Kind of a gap there back there, about 15th or so.
Oh, they're bumping into each other in a corner. We talked about the bump draft in the corner is not the thing to do.
And there's the gaps back there. It's kind of really not a very good restart for those guys in the back, but up front,
they love it.
They like it because they're looking in the mirror and they want to see those guys in the back running side by side.
Hey guys, when that 48 car's coming at you right there, see that bright neon piece of tape on the grill? Yeah, that's the chassis adjustment they made last time. Jimmy Johnson's been looking for more front end grip on that car all day, so that's what they did. The tire carrier Art Simmons stuck that on there. Now when you stick that on a race car that's been out in the hot, oily, grubby race conditions all day, sometimes tape doesn't stick. This one has stuck. Jimmy's hoping it helps his car for this final run to the checkers.
Going 188 miles per hour is helping it stick there really good too. But what that does is closing the opening in that grill. So it's making the air, hitting that tape, actually helping it push the nose down to the ground. Push the nose down the ground, that pushes the tires into the racetrack more. That gives them more grip. That's what they're trying to do.
Ryan Newman is determined to make that outside line work.
Well, if he can, he'll lap the field. Hey, he's in front.
Yeah, now he's going to go to the inside line. Thanks. See ya.
Good see you, Brian Vickers, 25. I appreciate the push, but...
Well, that's what you're going to start doing in this part of the race. I mean, you've got 38 laps to go, but, you know, you've got friends out there, but you're really going to start using them.
That lead didn't last long, did it? Here comes Junior back on the inside.
These are short-term relationships now, is what you're saying. Burns?
Brian Vickers made just a slight chassis adjustment to help his car. It looks pretty good. The one problem Vickers may have before this race is over is they have to pit once more. He has big trouble getting off of pit lane. First gear lugs large for him. It almost stalled out last time, and he has to use the clutch hard to try to keep that thing from stalling out. Wally, it's tough to get off pit road when you're having problems like that.
Yeah, it really is. And that's where you start, when you start doing things like that, you start hurting the drive line and transmissions and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, he doesn't want to see pit lane anymore today.
And you think that Jeff Gordon in 24 car not having third gear would miss that gear where he has to make a green flag stop. But I don't think they're going to make a green flag stop. These guys are just trying to find a place to wreck it.
They've done a great job today.
Well, they have. I'm impressed with these guys. They've run side by side, nose to tail, and we haven't seen very much contact.
But
it's not over yet.
We get into that 20-lap, I think, window when things really start getting desperate, especially when those guys back 4 or 5 rows. They want to get to the front. That's when things start getting hairy.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. talked about that exact thing.
As the race comes down to it, everybody wants to win, so there's really no give. Lots of take, lots of beating and banging. Guys will make moves that they traditionally wouldn't make, out of character moves, that's what I like to call them. And sometimes, you know, you get out of the car after the race and go, man, what were you thinking, you know, but it was the Daytona 500. You know, you got to do what it takes to win.
It's impossible to underscore what a win in this race means to a Nextel Cup driver.
And it's not just the win. It's the guy that's running 5th wants to run 4th. The guy running 12th wants to run 11th. Every position you can get is valuable. Casey Kane, last time by, was running the 7th position. Yeah, we see the 32 car now is smoking.
Oh, he's going to wreck it now.
And he did. And now he's going to put some debris down. He's going to try and get to pit road.
All right, now, how many caution flags do you have to run in order not to come down pit lane?
Oh, wow. I think they'll all come down and change 4 tires.
I think so.
Yeah. What, 2 tires?
I think
some of them will probably change 2.
I'm taking 4. 25 to go.
Well, I would love to have 4, but Martin back there for position, he might take 2.
Yeah.
They didn't score him for 1 lap. Now the pit road is open. Cars to pit road. Marty.
Bill Jamie McMurray's running 4th. They have borrowed the front tire changer from Carl Edwards' team, and he overshoots his pit. He's over the line. He'll have to push it back. He will lose some track position. 4 tires, no changes, Dave.
Kurt Busch came into the pits thinking he might want a little air pressure adjustment in the right rear, just a little bit more in to help the car turn a little bit more, they decided. Alan.
A brief debate about 2 or 4 tires on Jimmy Johnson's team radio. They'll go with 4 and an air pressure adjustment for the 48, Matt.
Middle of your screen, Ryan Newman doesn't want any changes to the 12 car, says it's a little free on entry, but he contact with the 21 of Kenny Schrader trying to make his way into his pit stall. Schrader is pulled in parallel. The 8 car is now down and away. They made another track bar adjustment on the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Wow. You could see it coming.
No, didn't touch him at all.
Did I hear Ryan say he didn't touch him at all?
Take a look.
Let's see. 21 cars coming into the pits.
No, he didn't.
He did not touch him.
All that smoke was from Schrader, and actually Schrader did a great job keeping it off of the 12 car. He did everything he could not to hit Ryan Newman right there.
If Ryan Newman wins this race, he needs to go straight to Kenny Schrader and say thank you, Kenny.
You bet.
Here's the 12 leaving its stall. When the car drops, you go. Heads up there by driver and spotter. Whoever spots for him leaving the pits. A lot of times it's the crew chief, sometimes it's the spotter. 20 to go as they get the green flag. Mike Wallace has used pit strategy. Got up to 6th in the 09 car.
And he goes with Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Ducks down underneath his teammate. Gonna latch on to Ryan Newman.
That's Casey Mears in the 42 car behind Mike Wallace.
Wallace with a fuel-only stop, just
Newman,
like Vickers.
Sorry, Newman's got to run. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he gets, well, he's going to get shuffled out.
Sterling Marlin with 2 tires on his stop in the 14 car.
And this is where BP, you can go from 3rd to 15th in a half a lap.
There goes Newman. Look at Kyle Busch going by. Newman on the outside. Kurt Busch says, okay, what do I do here now?
Well, Kurt had a pretty big run.
You don't want to lift the throttle. If you find some space on the racetrack, you take it, because if you lift the throttle a little bit, it just kills your momentum. Boy, that top line had a push.
While you were talking about Johnson's team, he had his hands full there, Alan.
But now he does have a push on that 12 car from behind.
Oh, and 2 cars in the wall. Hits the 24. 24 saved it.
Made the save.
Great job by Jeff Gordon to save that race car.
Sorry, while the caution is out, the field is frozen. When the caution comes out.
A lot of damage to that 2 car. Look at the rear of that automobile. It's gone.
He must have just ripped a tire.
He was 6th last time by. 14 laps to go. Here it is again.
There you see him right behind Ryan Newman. Here comes Jamie McMurray, gets in the back of him and turns him in the wall. And that's what shredded the tires. Well, I think Gordon took the left side of his car off.
I think Jeff Gordon just ripped the right side off his car. Was that from earlier damage? See something on the right rear of the 24 car.
Have to get a better look at it.
McMurray just gets in the back. Talked about that earlier. You can't touch somebody's bumper in the corners at Daytona.
That's our old friend turn 2 back there, right?
Oh, Sterling Marlin got a piece of that too, didn't he?
Sure did.
He'll be coming in a hurry.
Ready?
The first 14 cars in the running order did not pit. 10 laps to go, 25 miles in the Daytona 500.
Elliott Sadler back there. A couple of those guys look like they laid back a little bit, which may help them on a run to the front. You get a lot of momentum when you lay back. So if you can time it just right and hook up with 2 or 3 guys, you can pick up a lot of ground.
Be 4 to go when they get to the line this time. Jimmy Johnson leads, Ryan Newman 2nd. Casey Mears 3rd. Update on Kurt from Dave.
And Kurt agreed to talk to us right now. He just asked, let me get over to this side. Kurt, you've had about 5 minutes to sit in your car while they rolled it back to the garage here. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, we had a great car all day. I was so proud of our team. Miller Lite Dodge was beautiful. Working with my teammate Ryan Newman, we had a shot at winning this race. And Rogers won oh, it's too bad watching TV right now. But Rogers won the Indy race 13 times, and we were really going to do it today, but came up just a bit short. So thanks to all my sponsors. Great ride today. Mobile One and Alltel on Ryan's car and all our great guys that we've got behind us. So we'll be back.
That was just
thank you very much. Kurt out of the 500, and so is the car that got tangled up with it, Bill.
Kurt didn't really seem sincere to me when he said that.
Sounded a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks, Dave. Appreciate you going back there and getting that.
Close racing here.
Well, the closer you get to the finish, the more desperate drivers become. The more daring, because the reward is so great. Very disappointing for Bobby Labonte.
Ready? Green flag.
2 laps to go.
Looks like Elliott Sadler, the 38 and junior, might have laid back to get a run, but did they lay back too much?
Yeah, we saw that the last time, BP, so they're out of time. Hopefully it'll work for them this time. It looks like they got a little bit better run than the last restart. And they've got a lot more cars lined up behind them than the front 3.
The rookie, Clint Boyer in the 07 behind Earnhardt. They're going to catch the front 3. Lap and a half to go.
Oh, yeah, they've got a big run, especially Elliott Sadler. If he times this right, he can make a pass.
Everybody's lined up.
But they're lined up. Somebody's got to make a move if it's going to happen.
Off of turn 4. At the line this time, the white flag. 1 lap to go at Daytona.
It's Junior that's making the move. He didn't want to do it, he said, but he's going to the outside.
Got to. It's a Daytona 500.
He's got to try, at least try to win.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman looked both sides of Johnson, nowhere to go. Stays in line.
This is what Johnson wants to see in his mirror, though. He wants to see those guys behind him, side by side.
Casey Mears runs 3rd.
Junior's losing positions as he tries to get on the outside. Tony Stewart has moved into 5th, 6th.
Here goes Ryan Newman. He's going to try the high side. Which way will Mears go? Oh, hose this 12 car, Ryan Newman.
Keep pedaling it, man. Keep pedaling.
That's a
clear by 4.
That's exactly crash behind him. Crash behind him. The caution is out. The race is over. Jimmy Johnson has won the Daytona 500.
You are my hero.
And I believe the crew chief just ran off to greet the car, spinning through the grass. In victory lane at Daytona with the Daytona 500 winner.